Alright, welcome to a small featurette video of a thing we do. Most people know that we go on a retreat once a year, right? But this is a video to kind of show you what that is. So for those of you that don't know, we live on the southern coast of Spain, and what you're seeing is the complete flat greenhouse segment with mountains in the background. So we're going to go through those mountains and go hang out in the country for a bit. You got to remember that we live in what is essentially a concrete nightmare. And to be fair, as you get out into the country, the mountains, you're going to see that it's still rock and somewhat barren. But we're going to keep going, and eventually we're going to find a place that is a little bit of paradise. So here we're dropping down off into the valley, and the change is almost immediate. You're going to have fields, you're going to have forests, and you're going to have actual farms with actual pigs and horses and whatnot. So it's an amazing breath of fresh air. There's the horse farm there. And listen to this conversation that will absolutely break your heart.
Why did they come here?
I know exactly.
They live there.
This was Palm McCusker. And I'm Chris. Hoping you'll join us again next time for Adventures in Odyssey.
Just tears. And here's another one. Because bacon is good.
Where is the place?
What's all that stuff, Caroline? Oops.
This stuff there is leaves.
Is it leaves?
Oh, the leaves smell so good.
I know. And the wood smoke. Oh, it actually smells like burnt marshmallow a little bit. There's the smoke over that way, just above the...
Hey, Daddy. I'm jumping in the bushes.
He's jumping in the bushes. Look at that. It's enough to make you cry.
Look at this whole entire bush.
Look at that whole entire bush.
Yeah. Look at this bush. Daddy,
Yeah?
I'm looking for cows and pigs. And spiders too. I'm looking for spiders.
You might find spiders.
Why?
So you have to remember that our kids grow up in the city, and the pobrecitos, they don't know as much about what it is to be in nature. And they're asking these crazy questions like, why are the horses there? And all that stuff. And it breaks your heart to hear it. But then to be able to come out to a place like this with this house and just the rooms and the building and the nature, and it's definitely a homestead. Like it's manicured land. It's not wild and raw, and as I would prefer, but it's really neat. Look how thick those walls are. It's just amazing. And then inside, it's a very basic. The house itself is ancient, hundreds of years old, I believe. Don't quote me on that. Of course, it's been redone. All right, let's discuss the use of space here. I call it the illusion of space. I'm totally gonna do this if I ever get the chance. But just the way it winds around, and it's all stone and concrete, gives it a nice, mysterious feeling to it. Like this whole place is set up as a campground or retreat center, capable of much more than our little group can hold. But, it makes it so nice. Usually, they climb that mountain at some point. I haven't done it for a few years. I've done it once, and I was pretty good with that. Clean air with a hint of smoke and animal poo. You don't get much better than that. When it rains, this river gets raging. It'll even flood out onto the roadside here. Another thing about this area of Spain that we didn't get to see this year was that you'll have flocks of sheep or goats that come along these roads, and you can see this bank just got eaten alive by some herding, destructive animal thing. This is the road we came down. It's just completely destroyed. And they are hunters out in the country. I saw that, a nice little shotgun. I think it's a 12 gauge thing. They do some bird hunting. The gun laws are very strict in Spain, but there is some hunting that goes on out in the country. All right, we're gonna try a little bit of a room tour. It's dark and it's a GoPro, so I had to do some adjusting and just took the quality down a lot. This is our room. There you go. Very standard mattresses. The bunk bed was horrible, and the other bed was fine. It was pretty good. But the beds are nice. They're spacious. They got that heater there that you're gonna see at the bottom of your screen coming in right below the window, and it works sometimes too well. Thing is, the heater is just, it's a radiator, so there's not air movement per se. So you have to open the window, which is freezing, to get fresh air because those rooms get foul. Not that it's my fault. Maybe it's my fault. All right, so here's the rest of the building is just remodeled to be very much a summer camp kind of vibe to it. You have your bathrooms, and the bathrooms are fine. They're perfectly fine. But when you get to these old buildings, and you people from the inner city will know a little bit about this, but the plumbing system has some sort of weakness or ineptitude that just makes life miserable and gross and disgusting for all parties involved. If you will read this sign coming up. I should have talked about the showers. Now, the question is, toallitas. Is that toilet paper or is that hand towels? I don't know. Too embarrassed to ask. But like, you go some places and you're not allowed to throw toilet paper into the trash can. That is a thing that's very common, so we assume that's what it meant. But it might have meant paper towels for your hands. So if I was throwing the toilet paper into the trash can unnecessarily, I apologize to all parties involved. I am livid. Alright, so that's just a little featurette of what we were doing at the retreat in the countryside. We are coming back to the States, so we have to get the kids ready for a more country style of living. It's going to be in March, I believe now. It's very close to being official, the dates coming back. If you want to follow that journey, hit that subscribe button, and yeah, I'll see you guys around. Thanks for watching. Oh, cat ran away. Come, Caroline.